Hello there, how's it going? Today I wanted to share some thoughts on, this question that I used to get asked a lot when I taught English one-on-one. I still do it, I just don't do it as much as before. And this question is, Max, how many times a week should I take classes with you? Or how many times a week should I go to English school and take English classes there at the school? And it shocked me that that would always happen. Well, not always, maybe 2 out of 3 students of mine would ask me that. And it makes sense, right? As a student, as a learner of the language, as a person that has this goal, you want to know what kind of effort it would take for you to get to your goal. And so you ask, how many times a week should I go to an English class? Is 1 time per week enough? Is 2 times per week enough? How about 3 times? That must be good, right? Okay, so the point that I actually want to make in this video is that maybe is not the best way to approach this question, right? So think, what is your starting point? You might be a late beginner or like a A2 level English learner, or maybe an intermediate, a B1, B2. Wherever you are in the progress line, doesn't matter. What matters is that, okay, you are at a starting point and this is your goal. You want to speak fluently. It takes action to go from this place to where they want to get, and that is actually the key word, is take action. Now, going to an English school, taking classes with a teacher is not synonym of taking action. It's one of the many different ways that you can take action. And so I want you to be more open-minded and think of taking action as just not going to English class, taking English classes, or meeting your teacher. Think of that taking action as many other things. Now, these other things, it really depends on who you are and what makes the most sense for you. What is your learning style, right? Learn English with songs. Learn English by reading, or learn English with movies or TV series. Listen to podcasts and then create your own learning experience out of that. Build your vocabulary list, or okay, you just noticed a pattern that you had never heard before that you don't understand. Okay, so just extract it, look it up, investigate it. Also figure out the practice that you're gonna do, right? Because you can't just learn and never put it into practice, otherwise you're gonna forget. Anyhow, just think that taking action is not just going to the English school. It's way more than that, and we'll come back around to this point later in the video. So now I'll say this. If you make the decision to say, okay, taking action for me means taking English classes. If you make that decision, it's okay. And so now let's actually answer these questions. How many times per week should I take English classes? 1 time, 2 times, or 3 times? I always told my students 1 time per week is actually great. Why? Well, because that's 100% better than no classes at all. If you're not taking that 1 class per week meant that you would not be doing anything else, well, by all means, go for it. It's just going to be 1 time per week. It's not going to be the best for really gaining momentum, I think, but at least it's going to keep you in contact with the learning experience and with the language in a minimal way, but at least it's going to be something. So I actually had this arrangement with students, with many students, just meeting with them 1 time per week. And again, that was at least something. Now, 2 times per week, is that better? Well, by all means, it is better. It means that you're doubling the effort. And that takes us to the number 3, right? 3 times per week. And a popular schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? And I would always say that that was the magic number, because it was actually my limit, because I didn't want to teach a student more than that. I didn't want to meet with a student every single day. I always wanted to have at least a day in between. And so we would do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that is, in my opinion, a solid learning experience, because you also have the days in between where you can actually learn on your own, do some self-learning, become a self-taught learner. Just to really get to the point and answer this question, then 3 times per week is, for most people, I would say, the best option if the main learning activity you're going to be doing is taking classes, well, by all means, do 3 times per week. That is the best option. Now, what a lot of students get it wrong is that they think that the classes are a magic pill. And that means that they think that they're just going to be given the knowledge, that the teacher is going to pass on the knowledge, and it doesn't work like that. You have to take responsibility for your own learning. I think that's one of the pillars of learning anything, actually. So think of your time in class as a complement to something else that you're doing. So let's go back to that take action word that I mentioned in the beginning. Taking action doesn't just mean taking English classes. It means many other activities that you can do and that you should do. English classes complement something else that you're doing, or these other activities that you're doing complement your taking English classes. And by that I mean you can make the English school your primary learning experience and then self-learning secondary. That's okay and accepted. You could also do self-learning your primary learning experience and then English classes secondary. In my journey learning the language, I think that has been my path for the longest time. I would always do stuff on my own, always taking responsibility. I always had this value of actually doing it myself. If I really want to achieve something, well, it's in my power. It's me who is going to have to work hard, put in the effort, and go after it. No one else is going to give it to me for free without me making any effort. So whenever you see an ad telling you, okay, learn English the easy way, learn English in 3 minutes or in 3 months, doesn't matter, it's not gonna work, and it's really tempting you to take the shortcut, but really shortcut to nowhere, because you're not gonna really achieve your fluency goals if you go that route. Okay, so just to summarize the ideas here is look at yourself and look at where you're at in your English learning. So you're here, whatever level you are, and you want to get here. Well, there is some distance, as you can see, so you have to take action to shorten that gap, okay? You actually have to move towards your goal. So that means taking action. Now, this action that you're taking can be many things, many activities, many learning experiences that you can design for yourself. And it can also mean going to an English class 1 time per week, 2 times per week, or 3 times per week. If you're gonna make the commitment of taking English classes maybe 3 times a week is your best option. However, never forget that that is not a magic pill. You need to take responsibility for your learning. Taking action means taking responsibility and putting in the work yourself. I always had this rule of learning on my own at least 3 times as much as my time at a school or at a class. So if I spend 2 hours per week at an English class, then I would have to study on my own, study, practice, try to improve my English at least 6 hours per week. Now, I have a message for you that have made it to this point in the video. A few minutes into the video, you have not left the video, and so you are special. I think that you are a special kind of learner. You're definitely way more committed than those that just watch this video 2 times, two minutes into the video and they just dropped. Maybe I'm gonna cut them some slack and say that, okay, some of them maybe were busy, but generally speaking, those of you who are still with me here are better than those who just spent 1 minute into the video and they just left. Okay, so the message that I have for you is that if you want to take responsibility and if you want to take action for your learning, there is something that I'm building that I think is going to interest you. And I'm putting together a program that I've called the English LevelUP Academy. And it's for you if you want to fully express yourself in English with confidence. And I believe that once you do that, you're going to be in control and ready to level up in your career and life. I truly believe that once you speak English fluently and you can be yourself, you can express your ideas clearly and with confidence, then you are at a wonderful position to go out there into the world, join the global conversation, join the cross-cultural conversation that's happening, and leave your mark in the world. You are meant to do that. We live in a globalized world, And those who get left behind, they're missing out, my friend. And you're not missing out. You're not going to do that. So if you're interested in that, I've put together a video where I walk you through this program. It's going to be 20 lessons that I'm going to be delivering to your inbox over a 20-week period. And it includes everything. It includes the 3 pillars of the language, which are grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. And then the 4 skills: speaking, listening, writing, and reading. It's an skills integrated program, and it's at a very accessible price. You can compare it with anything that is out there currently, and you're going to be surprised at how accessible it is and how beneficial it can be to your learning. So all you have to do is, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below. Just leave your leave your email there, and then that's going to take you to a website, to a page, and you're going to see there my video where I'm going to be walking you through the lesson number 1, and I'm going to be showing you how it works and how you can use it. And it also incorporates this idea of being a self-taught learner, because I'm not directly teaching you stuff. I'm actually guiding you through a path of self-discovery, where you are going to discover all these ideas and new information about how to use the language and about how to speak it fluently. Anyway, if you're interested in that, again, I'll repeat, there's a link in the description that you have to click, leave your mail, and you're gonna get the information in your inbox. Okay, so I hope that this video was useful and you liked it and you enjoyed it. And there is this other video that I want you to watch. YouTube seems to think that this is the video that best matches your watching history on the platform, and that they think that you're gonna like this video more than maybe other videos. So how about you test that and go watch this one, and I'll see you there. Bye.